did, hey? Putting the whatever you call it, the trim on. I'm gonna do the trim tonight because this has got to get done, and I believe that's a perfect piece. I can literally cut that one, and it's just a single length, so I don't need to. There's no extra cuts on this. It's just two. It's gonna be a cut to the wall, or yeah, a cut to the wall, and a cut to the end of the door frame, and again the door frame on the other side of the wall on the first side. It's an L, right? It's like this. So I gotta cut wherever your door is, right? So there's a door over here, and it's actually like this. There's a door. Anyway, I can't figure it out right now. It's a right angle, and there's a cut on the far right and the far left, right? So right angle, far left, and far right. So there's a door here and a door here, door frame here, and a door frame after the trim there. So that's easy peasy. And then the other side, there's a couple little. There's 3 cuts on this, and then under here is a whole piece, probably with a small piece, and then another piece. And then the kitchen is done. So later on today, I'm gonna make the wife the food. I'm gonna get out the miter box and the handsaw. I'll show you guys how to put trim up in like 15 seconds. Okay? I got a new electric nail gun. If that's giving me a hard time, I'm gonna glue these trim boards on. You can always nail them on later, but the good thing about the glue is, well, I have lots, and I don't need to putty it after, right? I could just paint it. I won't need to nick, because there won't be any groove holes, right? It does make a mess of your boards when you do it. I don't know why they don't. I have some ideas for trim, but I can't talk about it right now, okay? 0 people in the chat. I think that's awesome. Let's start with the cooking video for you guys here on YouTube, since I'm guessing the algorithm knows my voice. That's what I come to. And there's a way I can show and prove that, but because, see, I shouldn't be saying anything because they'll just fucking adopt a new method to damaging and hindering people's channels. But I figured it out. Well, how did they get Alex Jones and David Icke so easily? All their content. It's their voices, right? What it used to be was their picture, right? If they saw that person on stream, that picture would be, shadow banned. I mean, we can say it. I mean, are you guys stupid? That's obviously what they do. The same way they can push content, they can take away content. They can take away the views. Period. The views. And all they have to do is hinder you with your chats. If the chat messages aren't showing up, that's your impression rate. Depending who's in your chat. If it's a bunch of loafer goofs with 3 subs, and they have troll accounts, those don't count. Those will get you nowhere in life. But those people are the epitome of scum. Trust me, you have no idea who I am, but I understand the system and what they don't teach you here, okay? And it's because of I pay attention. I pay close attention to very specific things. I've been here long enough to realize it's not. How do I word this? It's like going into a gym and seeing the gym teacher, and they don't like certain things. They either don't like swearing, or they don't like smoking or something. So you want to show up and you want to have cologne, fresh deodorant, fresh gym shoes that don't leave a mark on the floor, that type of thing. If you're doing anything in the roundabouts that the gym teacher doesn't like, which would be the admins. Have you ever seen it? Probably not. You're not really popular, but admins on YouTube will come into your chat and they will remove chats. But do you know why they do that? Well, number one, do you know how they got there in the first place? Because somebody important, you, have made it somewhere, right? So you've got their attention. The people, and I say they are the ones who collect the money from the advertisers. Okay, just give me a second. I gotta wash these seeds out. It'll be way too spicy with them seeds. So we got a red and a green Thai chili, 2 green onions, and we have this cauliflower here. And I'm going to show you guys and then tofu. We got organic tofu right here. We're going to show you, and then I've also made, I'm going to put the lid back on this. I also made a very nice, I don't even know what the hell this is, a creamy peanut butter sauce, okay? So we've got that. I would use a little bit of garlic, but I think I'll use a little bit of garlic after. You have to add garlic if you add onions. We got some basmati or jasmine rice being prepared in the basement. So first thing you want to do is get these onions out of the way. The cauliflower has been steamed to perfection. You're going to cook down the tofu and these onions and these two chilies, Thai chilies, green onion and Thai chilies, with your tofu, and it's going to be awesome. So just give me a sec. Oh, for this kind of thing, strips are kind of essential. This way, these are thin too, right? It's not the whole fold. Like, it's not the thing all folded over like this and then you're mincing it. That'll be too much of a hard bite. I don't even know what these taste like, if they're hot or anything. I'm just going to put them in there. And just a little. Like, I took all the seeds out. I think there's a seed right here. There's one seed there. There might be a couple seeds. There's a seed on this little piece here I put in there. You can see there's a couple seeds there, right? 2 seeds there. No big deal. You want, and then there's a couple seeds on the tip of this. Just a couple, but that's going to get cooked off inside of the, here, we'll even cut it open a bit so it's not so, there. Oh, that green one. Holy crap, I better take that out of there. I can smell the heat on that. I don't want that one in there. Holy crap, it burned my nose. I'm going to throw that out right in the garbage. Woo! Smells like gas and kerosene or something. Holy man, that just reeks. Okay. Whew. Oh, that was strong. So now what you want to do is you want to get your cauliflower onto a plate right here, because you're gonna fry it. You're gonna fry up now. So get the spatula, kind of give it a little bit of a, hey, how you doing? Like that. And then just gotta open the pack of tofu, slice it into bite-sized pieces, and away she goes. So cauliflower here. We're going to slide the camera forward so you guys can see this happen in real time. Oh, we have to slice the tofu. We can slice the tofu on this plate right here. Swear words. We'll be stirring up. I'm going to turn the oven on low. And grab the olive oil. Just put a little bit of olive oil in the pan. You're cooking tofu, so you want to kind of... And then once the tofu is kind of cooked or whatever it is, then you're going to incorporate the damn cauliflower, all right? So, yeah, there's a lot of narcs on YouTube. I created these channels, and when I created them, I had never realized how many narcs were here. How many? I used to get questions, hey Hash, can you send me some weed? And I'd say, at first I was blown away because they'd start out saying how sore they were and everything, and that first you played on my emotions, right? First you're like, oh, I'm so sore, I need some of that so bad. And there's narcs from Winnipeg. They're like, hey Hash, can I get some weed off you, man? I'll buy it. And I'm like, there was weed stores in Winnipeg or whatever there was, you know what I mean? And they're like, I'll buy your weed. And I'm like, no, not into that. I don't do that. So many narcs for years on Hash TV. We're all over me about that stuff. Narcs everywhere, guys. So many narcs from Winnipeg. So many narcs from all over Manitoba. But there's a lot of narcs in BC. A lot of narcs. So when they legalized marijuana, all the informants, all the / DEA agents or whatever was fucking in Canada at the time, they basically lost their jobs. Because they were putting fucking hundreds and hundreds of people every day in jail across Canada for weed. So as soon as they legalized weed, the charges, the amount of people that were going to jail in Canada and the amount of money that informants and informants, narcs, were making off of weed went to zero. They lost their houses, they lost their sports cars, they lost everything. So now we'll pull this forward. Like, I don't think you guys realize who the fuck I am, eh? But I've been around a long time. And this coming from real cops who don't like these, like, narcs. These are people who are complete narcs. And these guys say, or these, whatever, they say, yeah, you better believe that your channel, they used to say your channel is full of narcs. Full. And I know these people. So I get that you may not have friends. I do. I have a lot of friends. And I was able to reconnect with a lot of people over the last 8-9 years that I hadn't seen forever. And they're high up places all over Canada and everywhere else. I'm not even going to tell you. But just know that my friends are geniuses worldwide. So if you're fucking with me, you're fucking with my friends. And then you're going to be in a lot of trouble because you don't fuck like, okay, I'm Hash Info. I'll beat you up. If you ever hurt me, if you ever hurt my family, I'll beat you up. But they will do it differently. They're much, much more calculated and sophisticated than I could ever imagine I'd want to be. But I'm telling you straight up, watch yourself. If you're a troll, if you're an evil person, tread lightly because you don't know who's in the background watching. You really don't. Not to mention, I out everybody that's ever pissed me off ever. So if you are a narc, I'll out you personally. I will out your name and everything. Then they just go at it. Then those people with their databases and their infrastructure will take you out in a very proper legal way. You will go to jail. You will face criminal charges. Just watch. And if you think it already hasn't happened, you're sad. Try and find me a fucking narc and a rat that's on my channels right now. There's none. They're all dealt with. All of them. But I started out saying, when I came here, I didn't realize how fucking bad it was here. Do you understand what I said? Now they moved to IG. All these people moved to IG. Disgusting. They never left Facebook. They started out on Facebook. Let's be real. They started out on Facebook and then moved to YouTube. And then I scared every narc away on YouTube that ever was. Labeled you a narc from the get-go. Anyone who isn't a seed breeder, who's offering seeds for sale, is a narc. A narc. Think about it. Anyone who had their account hacked that had a hash channel with over 100,000 subscribers and they got their channel hacked. Oh, I don't know who has my channel and who is reading all of my valuable personal comments that you thought would only stay with Bubble Boy? No, those are read by, well, any ABC agency you can name right now in your head. And you don't have to, trust me, you don't know who I am. Listen, a lot of people are very, very disheartened to understand the way that the system works and the manipulation to people's minds. There's people out there who steal genetics. There's people out there who rat out people and then they get their genetics from the pigs because their mom's one of the highest up pigs in Canada. What? Yeah, it's true. And you guys just don't even realize. You don't even realize the level of it all. It's so big. It's hard to get into. But if you look who owns the majority of cannabis corporations in Canada, it's one person's last name. And oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. There's a place where you can go soaring. It's named after them here in Winnipeg. Oh, what? So you look it up, you do the math, and I'm telling you guys, when you know, you know. But there's a lot of people out there that have no clue about any of this. No clue. And it's called cornering the market, and it's also what they've always done. They call it, back in the day when narcs were working with mafia and things like that, they would take out the other drug dealer so they could have the entire lawn for themselves to cut, right? So what they do is they get an informant who's so deep, right? Named Bubble Boy. His ma works for the entire police force, okay? And you have to understand what I'm saying is true. So look at the facts and then look at the corporation, the last name of the corporation that owns all the cannabis stores in Canada. Not all of them, but a high percentage of the stores in Manitoba are owned by the same last name. A very high percent, over 118. Like, I wish you guys were on my level just for a second. You know, it'd make things a lot easier, right? But I didn't realize this. It was that bad, but now I do. And there's going to be a lot of investigating to understand how that came to be. How is it that one person's last name could control an entire market so easily? And it was done from the inside, from the top down. Licenses and fees and all that shit, and just getting someone on the phone to help you, because you don't know how. But I was told if I pay the right amount, this is fucked, and I've already done 50 streams on this. I was told if I pay the right amount of money, these people have ins. Oh, fuck. At the very top of each country, there is somebody in charge there. And when I heard that, I was so disgusted. I was so turned off everything. My heart's racing as I tell you this. I can't believe how scummy Canada is. You know what I mean? Some of the largest cannabis corporations in Canada are owned by pigs. The same pigs that for 2 decades they arrested people who used medical marijuana responsibly. They didn't go out and harm anyone. They weren't going and stealing at night. They were busting medical grows. These same pigs now sell medical and fucking recreational weed to some of the dumbest teenagers you've fucking ever seen. Cannabis is only going to make, like, there's a good side to cannabis, but there's also something that's bad. When cannabis isn't grown properly, its effects are weak at best. So really, what you're getting out of it is a zero terpenol, zero flavonoid, zero cannabinoid profile. When it might have some THCs in it or whatever it has in it, but it doesn't have the medicinal value, the thing that loves you, that made me who I am, that made me look so good in my late 40s. I'm healthy. You guys don't have to believe I'm healthy. I might not be the epitome of health, and that's because I live in Winnipeg. It's snowy here, and fucking I sit around a bit. That's on me. But I'm a lot healthier than 90% of the Winnipeggers that do the same fucking lifestyle as me. Way healthier. I got all my teeth. I have a great mind, a beautiful mind, full of wonderful thoughts that aren't dark and creepy, like the majority of people's thoughts are fucking sinister. I'm a good person, and I use cannabis. I use medical marijuana. I love it. It's for me. I don't. You guys all have to be an adult to use it. You have to get a license to use it, and I live in pain. Like I'm not gonna sit here and every day. Oh, I'm in pain. I have a lot of pain in my body. Okay, if we took an X-ray of your pathetic back, your tiny little caved-in back, and then they took an X-ray of this Viking motherfucking back, my spine looks like a snake got run over 70 different ways. While your fucking pathetic little fucking backbone is nothing compared to mine. You want to see? I could out-bench 90% of the people in the chat that come through every day. I guarantee it. I haven't sat on a bench in years. So, like, again, tread light. I could out-curl you. I could definitely 100% all day out-military press you all day. You don't have a back like me. But see, it's not that it's not that I can't lift things. It's not that I'm not super strong. It's that after I lift, after I crush a bunch of people into tiny little pieces of goo, my back gets inflamed and it gets sore for a couple days. And if I don't take care of it, and if I don't use anti-inflammatories that are all natural and all organic and all powerful, then yeah, it takes a little longer, right? But even after the first night, if I'm on the right anti-inflammatories that are all natural and all organic, I feel a lot better. A lot better. It's not that it's perfect, but it's at least I can sleep. You know, it's so uncomfortable the first night, I toss and turn. My spine feels like a heated rack, like it's on fire. And it's hot. Burning sensation. But yeah, that's the reality of why I chose to use medical marijuana. I was in a car accident when I was 19. Like a lot of people don't, or 20. I don't know how old I was. Maybe I was 21. Sorry, that wasn't 19. I was 20 or 21. I don't know, but I was in a fucking car accident. I've been in a lot of car accidents, but I was in one that fucked me up pretty good for 3 or 4 months. And I mean, I healed it in 4 hours back in the day. Like it didn't matter what happened to me that night, I was out giving her. But not this time. So I broke my nose, I caved in my chest, like I had problems, the wicked problems. I couldn't roll over on my bed without screaming because my chest would crack and pop. You guys don't know what it feels like, number one. So, and I didn't use any painkillers. I'm not a bitch. Okay, if you are, I'm not. I don't like pills, okay? I don't like the way pills make me feel. I'm a natural person. I'm actually probably from somewhere that is not a fucking bought planet, okay? And that's just the way it goes. I'm gonna add a dash of this because I feel like this recipe would have needed this. It doesn't, I mean, I don't know how, this is obviously in there, it's in the proper dish made in Thailand. Recipes done by white people and then the wife's writing it down or whatever. Yeah, they forgot this. Well, this is going to taste really nice. This will taste delicious. I don't like cauliflower. If you watch Dr. Sebi, he'll tell you straight up about cauliflower. Dr. Sebi, when I came on YouTube, they had banned all Dr. Sebi videos. Banned. In 2017 or 2018, I was talking about Dr. Sebi, and eventually someone came in that actually knew who he was, and another health person who cared about their body, and they said, "Fuck, Sebi is gone from YouTube. I used to watch Sebi all the time," or like, you know, his little quotes and things. They deleted all of Sebi's work back in the day, so it had to be re-uploaded or whatever. The main spots where they were finding it. It's just crazy what's out there. But I can give you examples, but I'm on the phone that does it, so I can't. I mean, I could with the other phone, but let me give you an example of why cauliflower isn't what you think it is. But first, I have to paint you a Picasso in your head. So, have there been vegetables or fruit that have been created in a lab? Yes or no? Yes, numerous fruits and vegetables have been created, heavily modified, or grown in laboratory settings. So the first word is created, okay? Now that's something they won't fucking tell you. So you'd have to know, the only way for you to know is if you were here before they created anything. That's the only way. Or if somebody wrote a book on the actual natural vegetables and fruits that existed before the fucking demons came and started fucking GMOing our entire food line. You understand what I said? Again, probably not, you're not on my level. I am a fucking genius. Shit spits out of me. Look, there's something happened when I was young, okay? I tend to know a little bit about fucking everything. And there's some shit I know everything about. Don't get it fucking construed here. I am a fucking genius. You're not on my level. When you watch the show, you gotta pay attention. Because the facts are the facts, and if you look them up, I will shine bright. But you gotta pay attention. A lot of stupid people only grab parts of a sentence. It's your ego. You think you're better than me. You think something about you makes you better than me, that you don't have to listen to me. You don't. It's called channeling, bud. That's rule one of this world. You either channel greatness or you are the epitome of a demon. Demons don't give a flying fuck about information. And they're definitely not here to share information with others. Don't get it twisted, bitch. This meal's done. You can't be me. Stop trying. I'm a fucking legend. I came here, all I did was share information, and I got demonized by fucking demons. So, I realize what the internet is. I realize 90% of people are sheeple that have no views of their own, They only listen to what someone else has spouted who has more subscribers than you. Or a boatload of subscribers. Pick a number. Pick 64 billion subscribers. You go watch their video. You'll listen to them before you listen to it, and you'll never get a fucking word in edgewise or ask a question and have it answered. Come here and I'll actually, I'm not going to debate no bitches, but if you actually had something smart to say or you needed understanding, I'd be the fucking guy to teach you. But because of your lack of ability to channel greatness, you're stuck watching fucking Scooby-Doo and fucking Irish forever. You know what I mean? You can't understand Scooby-Doo as it is. Give him an Irish accent, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Look at this beautiful meal I prepared. Look onto it. Mr. Rocker in the house. Holy shit, dude. I was watching your Clint Eastwood fucking thing. You started choking up, buddy. Me and you both love fucking, what's his name? Chuck Norris, buddy. Me and you both love Chuck Norris, Mr. Rocker. That's crazy, bro. Did you want to hand job him too when you were 24 or what? I was like, damn, I missed my chance to HJ Chuck. You know what I mean? My only gay fling I ever had in my head was with Chuck. Well, I have to do stuff to try and get the algorithm to love me. So if I out myself, if I come out of the closet and say I'm super gay, you know, I'll have a fucking million subscribers tomorrow. You should see the stuff I've noticed on YouTube in the last couple days, man. All I gotta do is change my name to Shauna, and I could get 1 million subscribers by tomorrow. Wear a wig, put some lipstick on. I'd have 400,000 people in my live stream. Like, this platform is fucked. I am the straightest dude here. When I came here, all of the people who were like in the background, like, do you understand how YouTube works? There's people at the top and they come and they check your show to see if it fits in with what they're looking for. Not what you provide, what they want in their fucking realm to control minds. So if you fit into that really shitty fucking mind of the demon, then you're going to be rich and you're going to have a lot of money, but you're going to be told what to do every day. You know what I mean? You're going to be told what to do every day. You're not going to understand it at first, but oh shit, there's a lot of things I don't want to teach people, especially bad people, because there's a lot of tricks that you can learn to help, right? But fuck, there are so many demon channels on here. I want nothing to do with them. I don't believe in God. I believe in good. There's a difference. Good is much more powerful than anything. Good. Think about it. There's good and there's evil. You've seen evil, hopefully at some point in your life. I hope to the gods you've seen something good, right? I believe in mythical gods. I believe in the morals of past beings, maybe giants, who we stem from. I don't know if you know what a miniature poodle is, but we are the miniature humans. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to understand. Remember, I told you can either channel this shit. You already know this. But the world used to be full of giants. Think about it. Giant animals. What were they called? They called them dinosaurs. They refused to acknowledge dragons. That's fucked, right? But they acknowledge these massive fucking creatures with tiny arms called T-Rexes, right? And the big head, right, with them fucked up teeth that look like dragon's jaws, right? But they call them T-Rexes. Don't get it twisted, guys. And do you know where all the all the dragon bones. Sorry, I misspoke. Do you know where all the bones from dinosaurs end up? In the Smithsonian Museum. So you don't get to ever see them. So remember that the history that came before this is hidden from you all. For a good reason. They don't want you having an understanding of the past. It would help you in life realize what the fuck we are, right? When you have an understanding of the past and it's so different than what we are now, you would ask, well, where the fuck did everyone go? What happened to them, right? Do you know why languages change so often? So the books that were read back in the day cannot be read today. All they have to do is control 1 century and they can wipe out the history of 1,000 years with 1 century. You're not on my level. You don't even understand what I said. Schooling. They no longer teach handwriting. What? I said, what? What? Handwriting. You know, so first thing I learned in kindergarten, grade 1, I learned how to fucking write the letter L on pages for 70 days. And then we switched to the letter R, the handwritten, capital and lowercase, for another fucking 70 days. I did this for 4 years. I learned to handwrite perfectly. I'm not a great handwriter. I can handwrite, and I can absolutely read all handwriting. That's fucked up. So they didn't even have to change the language. They just had to change the penmanship, which is, for stupid people, the way it's written, the way the letter A is written. They want it so fucking, so jagged, so twisted that you don't recognize that as a letter A anymore, right? Look at the way an A is written. It's in a big circle. Look at the way you write an A. A capital A is with a big fucking arrow. It's an arrowhead. So look at the fucking differences in the symbols. You had a circle before for a capital A in penmanship, in writing, and now you have in printing, it's a fucking arrow. Fuck off. Fuck off. You guys have a good day. You're not on my level. Keep